What's going on, beautiful people of the Bay? This video is specifically for all my people in Oldsmar. I am a resident of Oldsmar, Florida. I love my town. And as you may already know, we have gone through a disaster in terms of Hurricane Helene that brought all the Bay water upon us. Now, recently, the city has delivered all the residents a letter as well as much information about what are the next steps that we need to take as residents in terms of rebuilding our homes. And that's what this video is going to be about. So let's get right into it. How's it going, everybody? This is We the People. Let's talk. First off, let me say that I completely understand what you're going through in terms of this hurricane situation. My house got flooded 3.5 feet, and I'm going crazy with my living situation. I want to get back inside my home as soon as possible. And as I plan to rebuild, I got cited with this letter, and now I'm questioning whether I should start or not, as the letter does state that permits do need to be issued for any rebuild done, especially any electrical work or plumbing work or anything like that. There is a website called The Resident Guide to Rebuild. The link for this website is on the description. Let's go ahead and take a look here. There's a message here for all the community members. We understand the devastation many of you are facing due to recent hurricanes, specifically when your homes or structures have sustained significant damage. We are working to assist you during this challenging time. Here are some important steps you need to know before any improvements are made to your home. So the city is putting themselves in a position where they want to make sure that if we go through another hurricane, which we know it's coming. We know more hurricanes are going to come. Now, Hurricane Helene, which I know I may be saying the name wrong, came close to the coast. It was about 100 miles off the coast. If it's even closer, you could imagine that it would probably bring even more surge of water into our community. So the city is putting themselves in a position where they have to insure their communities, right? And in order to do that, they're going to have to enforce this new building laws to ensure that everybody is building their properties in ways that they can sustain a hurricane. The problem is that this is going to create a lot of issues with homeowners, like myself, for example, because I cannot afford to keep renting somewhere else. I cannot afford to keep renting an Airbnb until we figure this out. I need solutions right now. And the city just delivered the letter that states that we have to rebuild 10 feet or higher. How are we supposed to build 10 feet or higher, right? So you may have a bunch of questions happening right now. And the whole purpose of this video is to give you options to find solutions to these issues. So first step, according to FEMA, when structures inside the special flood hazard area are damaged, the National Flood Insurance Program participating communities are mandated to assess the impact before any repairs can be done. To assess the impact before any repairs can be made. No matter the cause of damage, this is called substantial damage assessment. SDA. Please note, and this is important, no permits can be issued until a substantial damage assessment is complete. This effort is currently being performed by Pinellas County, and we do not have an estimated date of completion. So if you're sitting around wondering, what are you going to do? Where are you going to live? And then on top of that, you have to deal with this. Yeah, that means you have to wait even longer. This is really unfortunate because if you're sitting around and you don't have anywhere to live and you're trying to get back into your house, maybe you have a little bit of money to put your drywall up, maybe you have a little bit of money to kind of like get things back in order, the federal government and the city is not going to back you in terms of these repairs. You have to go through permits, and the permits won't be approved until the substantial damage assessment has been done by the county. Who knows when that will happen? Hopefully soon, right? Let's keep going here. According to FEMA, if the repairs needed to bring a structure to its pre-damage condition will equal or exceed 50%, 49% in Oldsmar, of the market value of the structure, not including the value of the land, the structure is considered to be substantially damaged. So here's a couple of really important things that you need to understand when it comes to market value. We're talking about the appraised value of the home, excluding the land value. Now, I'm a real estate agent. I do CMAs, comparative market analysis, to determine the value of homes all the time. I'm not an appraiser, but I can get pretty close to it in terms of getting the CMA done. With that said, let's talk about the structural value after this hurricane happened. I believe the structural value right now for most homes, now I can't give you guys exact values because each home will be a different case, right? Different numbers, especially the small homes that were built in the 60s and 70s in my neighborhood. Those homes are probably going to be valued somewhere around $100,000 right now with the hurricane damage. So let's talk about the option of selling your home and what this looks like. Selling your house is one of the easiest options because it's fast. You keep your insurance money if you file the claim. You get to cash out. Then from the money that you get from your insurance claim and your cash out, you could use that towards your next home purchase. The reason why this is easiest is because you don't have to deal with the city. You don't have to deal with any of the issues that are arising right now. all of the permit work that you're supposed to get done, bringing your house up 10 feet. You don't have to deal with none of that. You could just basically cash out, use your money, and buy your next home and, start your new life there. I just sold 309 Country Club Drive for $250. Very similar situation. I do have another one at 307 Country Club Drive as well. And by the way, if you're looking to sell, guys, give me a call. I got a very competitive rate right now. I'm charging people a lot less than I normally do. I'm very competitive right now, and I know there's agents out there that are charging 6% to sell your house, and I can definitely beat that. I want to help you in your current situation, which is why I've lowered my commission rate specifically for people that have gone through this hurricane issue. And just let me help you out. I got your back. With that said, selling is a really good option. In fact, it's the fastest option in terms of you finding a place to live and where to go as soon as possible. Let's go ahead and continue here. If you need help finding the pre-damage, I will provide this link in this video so you guys can go into this link and you can use this tool right here, the quick pick tool, so you can determine the market value of your home. Now, if you're just looking to find out how much your house is worth, I can help you with that. Just give me a call and I'll get you a current market analysis as soon as possible. That way you can take a look at all your numbers and it'll help you make a better decision. In here, you got some examples of cost of improvements, how the substantial damage assessment works, some key points that are important, the letter of determination, some examples of what they're looking for you to do. So they want you to raise the house up 10 feet. How do we do this? Who has the money to raise their house up 10 feet? I'm assuming they want you to use your insurance money. Maybe FEMA will help you out with some costs here. You can also do your application for construction here, as well as additional resources. Now, here's what I want to tell you. I have a really good friend that works with the city, and they've been giving me a lot of information so that I can get ready for what's coming. Pinellas County is going to be paying attention to all the work that is done around here. So if you start putting up your drywall or you start fixing up your house and Pinellas County comes by, and if they see you doing some work on the house without any permits, they will serve you with a citation for not pulling a permit. Now, I know this sounds like a headache. It sounds like the city is not working with you. I get it, man. I'm working on my house myself, and it feels like this whole situation has slowed my work down because now I don't know if I should continue or not. And it's a headache. I get it. I know that, at least in my situation, I'm trying to get back into my home so that me and my family can have a place to live at and not be renting at different places. I know we're at an Airbnb right now. We were staying with a mother-in-law, but obviously there's nothing like home. And what I've come to realize is that there are some people that have already installed drywall in our neighborhoods. There are some people that have already fixed their houses. There are some people that are camping inside their houses, even though they don't have AC or they don't have a way of living that is as comfortable as they used to be. But the point is that this is our home. This is people's houses that we're talking about. And I don't know what the city's going to do, but whatever it is, they need to keep these people in mind because a lot of people are going to sell and they're going to buy elsewhere and they're going to move on. And I get that. But not everybody's willing to move out of Oldsmar. Not everybody has the money or the means to build their house up 10 feet. People like myself, I don't want to move out of Oldsmar, Florida. I love where I live. I love my location. I love the property I got right there in Country Club Drive. And I just want to make sure that, I voice my opinion here on this video. Maybe I'm speaking for a lot of us in the neighborhood when I say that the city needs to do something in terms of helping us rebuild our home by not being in our way and helping us find solutions instead of creating more issues during this time as we rebuild our homes. And I just want to make sure that we all voice our opinions on these things. Maybe we need to go to these meetings that they're having. Maybe we need to make sure that we meet with the city council because right now I need to get back inside my house. I need to get back inside my house and all I can think about is rebuilding. So if you put a stop to that, then what options do I have? And if I'm in this situation, I know I'm not the only one. I was talking to a neighbor today. He's an elderly man. And we were talking about, the city issuing this letter. And he said, I don't care. I'm going to build my house back. And I said, well, what about, your 10 feet? Are you going to work on building it higher? And he's like, I can't live in a higher house. I have knee problems. So, how are they going to force these people to build higher? They can't force you, can they? Can they? Let's keep going here. So guys, again, this link will be on the description. Here's all the information that you need in terms of what's coming. Now let's take a look at this video in short acres of what a home built up 10 feet looks like. All right, here it is. Here we have the home. All right, guys, here's the house. As you can see, they have raised it up from the floor. They have put some metal beams in between. They put block all underneath it. I'm assuming that they're going to go ahead and fill all of that in as well with concrete. This looks expensive, but it does look nice. That's a one-story home right there, completely lifted off the floor, making the first floor like a basement type of situation or a garage, which would be really nice for my home. I'll tell you that right now. I need the garage space. Yeah, beautiful structure. Thinking that's the entrance right there. The point is that that house will survive a hurricane with no problem. Maybe some, shingle damage or something like that. I will tell you this. I come from Cuba, and in Cuba, we survived a bunch of hurricanes, even though we had a lot of old constructions. Some of the houses in the fisherman town that I lived in, Kohima, like they were all block homes, and you could even be at the top floor, which was also, made out of block. It's like a block roof that you don't ever have to change. And, from a real estate point of view, I kind of wish we had those type of homes. I kind of wish we could, put our ACs and all the important exterior appliances on the roof, have a little rooftop, so that we could enjoy with the families, enjoy some views, stuff like that, especially in the city of Oldsmar. I mean, there's a lot of beautiful views to take a look at. So if you're thinking about reconstruction, or if you're thinking, from an investment point of view and you have the money to do it, probably, talk about that with your general contractor, because that's probably a really good option. It would really add a lot of value to your home in terms of selling point. Just so you know, building your house higher will add a lot of value to your property. If you look at the Oldsmar market and you're looking at homes that are built up and they can all survive a surge from the Bay, these homes are valued at over $700,000 each one of them. So think about that, right? If you do build your house higher, or you lift it up, or whatever it is that you want to do in order to get to stay in Oldsmar and live in a way where the city can, support your build and stuff like that, this will add a lot of value to your house. So if you can do it and you're able to do it and you're able to stay here, think about that, because at the end, I do believe that the value of your home is going to go up significantly if you're able to make your house hurricane proof, basically. Another option that I want you to look at is also the fact that you could use your insurance money, and then you could maybe refinance your home. If you like to refinance, I do have amazing lenders. You can also contact me for that, 813-406-9324. When it comes to refinancing, you could refinance your loan and maybe use some of the money that you have in your equity to build that second story that you need to build. Now, obviously, the monthly payment will go up depending on how much you came up on your refinance, but at least you get to stay in Oldsmar if that is what you wish to do. All right, guys, well, that concludes my video. I hope that this video is informative for you. I mean, I know sometimes it's hard to deal with the city, but at the end, they're just trying to do their part in terms of building a community that allows us to make sure that we can sustain these hurricanes a little bit better, because there will be more. Helene wasn't even right on us. It was literally coming right by us, 100 miles off the coast. So if it's even closer, we could potentially see 8-10 feet of water in our neighborhood, which would be devastating for, all of Oldsmar and even beyond the city of Oldsmar here. So, recommend that you guys do your research, that you communicate with the city in this situation, because they will be out there. They're going to be making it really hard to work with in terms of you building your house back up and stuff like that. So I do understand. I'm not trying to say that I'm on the side of the city. I'm definitely with the people. I just want to make sure that as a neighborhood, we move forward with the best way possible. And again, I'm in real estate. If you're looking to sell your house, I got your back. I can do it very easily. I got investors that are buying in the area, that are trying to build houses like this one that we just saw. As well as if you're looking to buy a place somewhere outside of Oldsmar in a non-flooded community, I can help with that. Guys, make sure you share, like, subscribe. Make sure you share this video with anybody in the neighborhood so that they're aware of what's going on. There is a meeting being held this Saturday from 2 to 4 p.m. And I do recommend you to go to this meeting if you live in the city of Oldsmar, to make sure your voice is heard. I can't go because the U10 team is having a soccer match here at the Oldsmar Soccer Club. Hopefully we win. Love you. Be safe. Take care of yourself, take care of your neighbors, and I will be following up with some other videos depending on the information that we receive on the upcoming weeks.